everyone, this is Fantastic Worlds. Welcome back to Lovecraft Country and the Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker, a game about the perils of being a therapist in a Lovecraftian universe, because in a Lovecraftian universe, it's the madness that's in the real, not the sanity. In any case, this game attracted a cult following a couple years ago when it came out and caught my eye. It's an interesting combination of two old versions of gaming, the parser and the full motion video. The parser is the oldest type of user interface in video games. It's long before there even were video games, and they were text games. You would type in what your character wanted to do. The computer would try to parse what you wanted it to do by the keywords you typed in. If you take sword, then it thinks you want to take the sword. If you want to say hit thief with sword, if none of the Zork players in the past will know what I'm talking about, then it would parse what you wanted to do. Here it's a conversational based game, so we're going to try to stage our answers in the form of a question, Jeopardy style. Anyways, the other part is a full motion video, which means in the old days, before graphics cards were capable of, photographic representation of reality, people would actually use video footage, put it into the games for cutscenes or sometimes even interplay. The most infamous this was called Night Trap. Look it up if you haven't heard it before. It's the full motion video game that sparked a congressional subcommittee who wanted to look into whether or not video games are corrupting our youth. And, ever since then, Congress has been always trying to shut us down. Hey, but we're still here. In any case, this particular game is about Dr. Dekker, which is a therapist who had a, shall we say, habit of collecting unusual patients, those who had paranormal beliefs in the paranormal or believe they have paranormal abilities. And he suddenly dies. Now we're his replacement. We're the one who's come in not only to handle his caseload, but to play the sort of amateur sleuth that you'll find in a good mystery novel to figure out who it is. Now that in itself would be a good thriller game, but in this case, like I said, it's a Lovecraftian universe, so where madness ends and the madness of the reality begins, it's hard to tell. In fact, we can even lose ourselves to it if we're not careful. In any case, so let's dive into the madness and see what we can find.
The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius strip. That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Dekker?
I can see people's dreams.
I've set up an experiment.
My dad is trying to hurt me.
Quantum suicide. Have you heard of it?
If I concentrate hard enough, and I know when the person's going to be asleep, I can have the dream with them.
Well, let's call him God. He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and occasionally alter to suit his mood.
It feels like the paintings are watching me.
Sometimes, when I walk through a door, it takes me somewhere else. Literally, somewhere else.
God loves chaos, but something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, more ordered.
It starts as a door-to-door saleswoman. Double glazing, probably.
Dr. Dekker, I think we both know what you dreamed about last night.
I've seen its silhouette changing through the window.
Because he thinks I'm evil. Because I can see things other people can't.
On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos, science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time.
I did what you said, Doctor. They arrested me.
Which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception of the world, no matter how much chaos that would cause.
I thought you were supposed to fix me.
I'm telling you, it's eating people. And you're just laughing.
You're insane, Doctor.
Listen to me. You're not listening. It's your only bloody job.
Okay, I'm alive. Too much green for my taste.
You're late. And after all those promises, never mind, let's not keep the patient. You're late.
Huh?
And after all those promises, you're late. And after all those promises, never mind.
Okay, we're stuck in a time loop. Okay, so if I'm stuck in a time loop being called the Doctor, I hope I'm one of the better ones. Matt Smith. Tom Baker.
Doctor, you're late. And after all those promises, never mind, let's not keep the patients waiting. And if you want anything, just... Oh, sorry, I forgot. I'm not going to be here. The police still have some questions they want to ask about, you know. And then after that, I'm dropping in to see Ben. He's still in shock, and I thought we'd show we care.
My eyes tend to wander.
We do still care, don't we, Doctor? Good. Anyway, I hope you're all caught up on Dr. Dekker's tapes. I think Marianna is in first, but I'm sure they'll all become a blur by the end of the day. I'll see you later. Or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I'll leave it to you then.
Okay, who the hell are you? Going to guess she's the office assistant. Yeah, I get used to staring at this chair. Okay, here's the brief intro of how we start. Patient names have dots next to them. Red means we have to keep talking to them. We haven't yet found out enough about them to move on to the next day. Yeah, it's people who do the Secret World Legends with me are going to be kind of familiar with how this works, with me being, oh, damn it. Apparently, sorry. Yellow is going to be that Amber, sorry, is that we've technically finished to the point where we can actually, we're at the point where we can actually move on to the next day, and green means that we've gotten everything out of them. Okay, try using patient words, Hemom Edom, and 25 of them are nurse. Typing nurse will get a response. That's the parser of what I talked about. Two stars mean that we still have that conversation, still has more things to dig out of it, and I guess I'll have to replace this SELP screen because this thing's moving too fast. Okay, include a yes or no when answering patients. Use context. Say yes, I like cats, not yes. Going green is intentionally hard. Hints will be required. Set hint cooldown and options. I'm going to try to do this without hints. May be a little messy. I may have to eventually go to hints, but bear with me on this one. Okay, so this is the main interface of the game. This is the patient that's currently active, who's Marianna. She's kind of been the face of the game because she's the favorite character of most people who played this. This much I know. I've seen a little bit of this, so I get the idea of how to do it without having to completely stumble. But the thing is, as you notice on the left there, oh, hello, she's been in every one of these guys' games so far. Anyways, the actress, Bryce, Claire, Ellen, Marianna, and Nathan. These are the 5 patients that we see in day 1. And the thing is, whenever whoever's active will have this sort of time loop thing going. But whenever we type a question, we're going to go in. Now, quick things on the pictures above there. Those are known as Rorschach paintings. Well, usually drawings. Well, usually they'll show them to a patient and they'll say, tell me what you see. They're just usually random ink blots. Most people say butterflies because that's the easiest thing to remember. Like the third one there looks like a butterfly to me. But anyways, so let's talk to Marianna and get an idea of who she is. Boom.
I'm Marianna. Are you feeling okay?
We just met. Yes, I am feeling okay.
That's what Dr. Dekker would say.
That a good thing? Okay. So let's get right to the point here. What do you know? Hang on. No. Typing's going to do us in here. Know about Dr. Dekker's murder. Because remember, the primary purpose of this is to try to find the murderer, and the chaotic weirdness will follow us around. As the intro notes, there's going to be a lot of sketchy fringe physics and occult theory running around through here.
Well, that's why you're here, isn't it? You've replaced him. He was a good listener. I hope you are.
Okay, why was he a good listener? Eesh.
Dr. Dekker could really get inside you. It was, unsettling. But you let him do it. Part of the process, I guess.
Okay, we're already seeing some potential issues here. Any case, okay. Probably should get to know, why are you here? I think definitely, my caps lock is on. Hang on a second. Just gonna leave it on.
I think you're supposed to tell me what's wrong with me. Isn't that how it works?
The police keep picking me up for public nudity.
Okay, the story suddenly got a little more interesting. Okay, so we have a exhibitionist. Okay, so why is she wearing Cthulhu around her neck? Because I think some of you may have already picked that one up. All right, so, okay, why have you been picked up for public nudity? I think we all want to know that one.
I black out. And then the next thing I remember, I'm naked on the beach, like I've been washed up on shore. Nobody's pressed charges yet, but I can feel it. The police are getting suspicious.
Would the easiest thing to do just to sleep in a bikini? Okay. Do you often black out?
I do suffer from blackouts, which is strange as I can hold my breath for a really long time.
Not how that works.
But I'm not swimming before I black out. Dr. Dekker thought it was anxiety originally. Then he worked it out.
Did he? What did he work out?
He eventually decided it wasn't anxiety, but I'm not going to tell you his final diagnosis. We should have a fresh start. I don't want you influenced by the prognosis.
You'd think I'd have his notes around here somewhere. Oy. Any case, so... Right. Hey, I'm paying attention to you. You're the one stuck in the time loop. Okay. So, do you suffer from anxiety?
Dr. Dekker thought I had generalized anxiety disorder.
Yeah.
GAD, because of the blackouts. He thought I was breathing badly. Do you think I'm breathing badly?
I don't think I'm that kind of doctor. Okay, so... GAD. If anything is called a disorder, by the way, in medical or psychiatric, it means that we don't know anything about this. It's a bunch of symptoms we stuck together and we pray that we can find a common cause. You almost never do because, different things can have the same symptoms, which is why my opinion of the medical community can be a bit low. I tend to be more the science division. Hey, I'm paying attention to you. Okay. Your breathing feels normal. Seems normal to me.
You can check my breathing if you want. Do you want me to lie down? Can you tell just by looking at me? I'm not worried about it, just if you are.
Yeah. Oh, I have an turn. I don't know what any of these trophies mean, by the way. I'm just going to probably go back at some point and look at them. Okay, so no, that's a little too much. We may be looking at her having shall we say, attachment issues here, because I'm literally playing armchair psychiatrist here. Yeah, the thing is that she may have an attachment issue in which she tries to gain control over authority figures by being seductive. So, which is why we're going to kind of avoid that. If Dekker did so, yeah, it could be remoted for murder. Definitely going to get his license pulled. Okay, maybe holding your breath makes you black out.
I'm not sure holding my breath too long is causing blackouts. I mean, it could, but I don't remember ever having a blackout when I'm holding my breath.
Would you remember? Okay, tell me about the beach. Well, they keep saying that she shows up on the beach. See if she's actually wet when they do that.
I work for myself. I make bracelets from things I find on the beach and sell them online.
Oh, Etsy.
I spend a lot of time at the beach. It's just way more relaxing than anywhere else. You should come with me one day. I can show you all the sights.
Oh, yeah, attachment issues. Okay, so, yeah, we're going to have to be careful in this. Now, of course, being as any player can be either gender, you can technically call her being bisexual, but, yeah, she's also barefoot. Yeah, definitely the free spirit type. Okay, what are you doing before the blackout?
I normally black out when I'm dancing.
Ah,
I like dancing. Do you like dancing?
yes, I like dancing. None of you will ever see me do that, by the way.
Cool. I dance to anything with a beat.
Interesting. Okay, where do you dance?
I dance a lot at nightclubs. I know most of the nightclubs around here. My favorite is the Pearl because they sell cheap vodka shots all night.
Yes, I like vodka. Anyways, let's see. Maybe dancing causes your blackouts. Hey, maybe we'll get it right in the first day.
You think my dancing causes my blackouts? No, I know it's the last thing I remember, but I don't think it's that. Sometimes I remember more, but I'm tired now. Is that it for today?
I sense resistance. Frankly, you haven't even been here enough to be amber, so no, we're definitely the hour's not up. Okay, so maybe alcohol causes your blackouts.
I don't drink.
Wait, you just said they sell... Okay. A bit of a paradox there. Why would she go to a club that sells vodka, cheap vodka shots if she doesn't drink, right? Okay, what prognosis are you looking for? I could have misspelled R.
I want to stop having the blackouts. I want to stop waking up at the beach. I want to remember those entire evenings. Can you suggest anything that might help?
Not yet. Okay, have you tried to film your blackouts? Not sure what time frame this is because, therapist couch is kind of a universal thing here, but people should have camera phones or, film. But you're talking about film, and this could be as far back as the 1970s. All right, so...
I film myself doing,
Okay, so it is camera
lots
phone
of
territory.
things. But it's not so easy to do when you're blacked out.
You need somebody else to help you. Can someone else watch you when you black out? Gotta give you a hand here.
Will you do it for me? Will you watch me to see what happens?
Can't do that, sweetie. Unfortunately... 20 questions. Must have done 20 questions. Anyway, so yeah, no. Sorry, sweetie. Professional, you gotta be professional about this. Seeing you outside the office can definitely be a problem with that.
Well, that's not very supportive, Doctor.
Well, yeah, but... Okay. Maybe you can find somebody on Craigslist. Okay, let's talk about her attachment issues, shall we?
Wow. Let's get straight to it then. I'm not sure I feel comfortable speaking with you about that at the moment.
Why do you... Yep, definite resistance here. Think people press charges.
I guess people see me and call the police. But someone will take offense eventually, and I'll be charged with indecent exposure.
Yeah, that's actually a good question. Does your hair get wet? Remember, I just asked myself about that.
When I wake up, my hair is dry, but it's pretty hot at the moment. I get baked quickly by the sun.
Irish.
It's possible I've been in the sea during my blackout.
Okay, do you ever find your clothes after you black out?
I never find my clothes. I don't know why I'm naked.
Oh, dear gods. How many outfits do you go through, woman? Or do you just... What can I see? Do you go into the sea?
Sometimes I go swimming in the sea. I don't always black out.
Okay, are you a good swimmer? I mean, technically you can swim, you can drive. People have committed murders under blackouts. Literally got into the car, driven over, killed somebody, and then driven back to the house and then recovered. So it's a bit weird what your brain can do. See, we only record memories in the emotional state that we're in. If we black out, we'd have literally no concept. We're literally a completely different identity than the person we are now. Anyways, you a good swimmer?
I'm a great swimmer. I won all these medals at school. I can hold my breath a really long time. Too long. Really.
Oh, she's probably from Innsmouth, isn't she? The Innsmouth Sea Devils have win all the medals. Anyways, why do you hold your breath so long?
I hold my breath when I'm swimming underwater. Most people do. Sometimes, if I'm really excited, I'll hold my breath accidentally, just for a few seconds. I don't know why.
Could be the sort of person that likes anoxia, which is the kind of thrill you can get from, having oxygen deprived to your brain. It's not something I suggest for entertainment value, however. Okay, so tell me about the guy whose this game is named after. I suppose I should put Doctor in just to be courtesy.
Dr. Dekker was fine.
Fine.
He had good relationships with his patients, as far as I know. I'm not sure why anyone would want him dead.
That's the first thing everybody will say, is that he was fine. If they don't actually, they're actually not nothing positive to say and are covering something up. Just remember that. Fine, which means feeling insecure, nervous, and excited. Okay, so how long have you been a patient?
I've been a patient here for 3 months. Today is my patient birthday. Do I get a cake or something?
Sure, why not? Yes, you can have a cake.
That is so sweet. Thank you, Doctor.
I'll be billing you for it, however. Okay, why do you keep going to the beach?
I love the beach. Until somebody tells me it's going to kill me, I'll keep going. Have you ever been addicted to something, Doctor?
Probably coffee, but no, I'm gonna deny that. Never been addicted.
That's a shame. You need to have a passion for something, Doctor.
Okay, we're back to the flirting again. Okay. We should have asked this one. How does this all make you feel? The standard question for any psychiatrist when they have nothing else to say.
Like you're not listening.
Well, excuse me. Okay, why are the police suspicious?
I think they think I'm a naturist or something. They picked me up 5 times in the last month.
Okay, so that wasn't the murder, that was the indecency. It's going to be, we're going to have to be clear about this in the future. We forgot about, do you sell many bracelets? Ever see her bracelets?
It's early days. The business isn't doing that great, but I really enjoy my job, if that helps. You can make a lot of money, or you can have a lot of fun, but you can't usually do both.
This is true. Capitalism sucks. Anyways, we forgot to ask about the Pearl. Now, I know a few places that are called the Pearl. Some are dives, some are entire neighborhoods. But let's see, in this universe, in Britain, I think, because everybody's accent, let's see what it is.
The Pearl is great because the people are so relaxed. I think that's got a lot to do with the cheap vodka shots, or maybe it's just the black lighting. Who knows?
Black lighting's always a mixed bag. I mean, the problem is, you can have the great paint coming out and it just glows and you come across it, but it also lights up any bodily fluids. Make of that what you will. Okay, do you dance alone?
I'm not seeing anyone at the moment.
Okay, we're back to the
that's
flirty
what you're
again.
asking. Why can't a girl go to a club on her own? I like dancing. I don't have many real friends, I suppose, but that's what happens when you move about a lot.
Okay, why don't you have any friends? Why don't you have any friends?
Like I said, I don't really know anyone around here.
Uh-huh. Okay. So why do you move around a lot? This is getting suspicious. What are you running from? Try that one next. This one doesn't work.
I move around when I dance, and geographically speaking.
Okay, she's avoiding the damn question again. Okay, so next. What do you remember of your blackouts? Oops. There you go.
I don't know about that.
Misspelling. We're going to see that a few times, I'm sure. Okay, what do you remember?
By blackout, I mean I don't really remember anything from the time I black out.
I got that.
I'm lucky to be alive, I guess.
Especially if you keep swimming. Okay, maybe you should stop dancing. Let's respell that.
If that's what you want, I'll stop clubbing for a while. It's no biggie.
Okay, maybe you should try stopping drinking. Yeah. Okay. Oh, right. This is a playback. We can get anything we've seen that we can play back. I remember that now. Okay, maybe you should stop drinking. Because alcohol blackouts are the most common ones.
Yes, the miracle cure that fixes all problems. You sound like a real doctor now.
Right, thank you. Oh, do you have any injuries from her blackout?
No, nothing like that. I usually wake up on my side like I've been sleeping. Sometimes I'm partially covered by seaweed.
Doesn't sound good. Naked and covered by seaweed? Yeah, it might look great for a painting in the real world. Any case, so how is your sleeping? How are you sleeping?
When I wake up on the beach, I normally feel refreshed, which is weird, right? I'm not scared. Not yet. I just want to know what's going on.
Boom, we've hit green, which means we've sucked all the information out of her mind, which is what we're going to try to do as we're doing this. Now, as you can see, the game itself is kind of an interesting one in that it's going to be a bit of a slow burn. We're like a mystery. We're going to be unrolling things. Now, we have Marianna here, who is obviously a free spirit with some issues and blackout periods, which involve her diving into the ocean and coming back covered naked in seaweed, which in the Lovecraftian universe, for a person who can hold their breath a really long time, I'm going to suggest comes from Innsmouth. And those of us who know Lovecraft know what I'm talking about here. Any case, so I usually cut these episodes off to about half an hour. I was thinking normally I'm going to fit 2 people in before I go, so we're going to push ahead forward. We're going to hit the next one. And I'm just randomly going to go in alphabetical order here. Let's see what Mr. Bryce looks like. Okay, so kind of in the 20s, slick back haircut, looking a little more anxious, but trying not to seem like he's anxious. Okay, so let's find out what this particular individual's... Dude, no pictures. Seriously. Let's see what this particular individual's problem is. And starting from the top. Who the hell are you? Actually, no, let's try hello. Let's be polite.
I'm Bryce Hemmings. You must be the new doctor. Did you know Dr. Dekker?
No, actually, I don't know anything about him. I didn't know Dekker. I'm going to stop calling him doctor.
He was an antagonistic psycho. I hope you're not from the same school of thought.
Gods, I'm already disliking my predecessor. Okay, what do you think... Wrong tense. Did you think of Dekker?
I didn't really like Dr. Dekker, and for quite a few reasons, actually. I'd rather talk about my own problems for now, though, if you don't mind.
You know, I think we're going to pursue this. Why don't you like Dekker?
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another. He would push me to do things I didn't want to do. He was getting worse towards the end. I'm surprised he didn't kill himself.
Okay, that looks as I might have killed my psychiatrist. What is your problem? Okay.
Originally, I was suffering with depression. Work was piling up. I kept missing deadlines. I wasn't used to all the failure. I got depressed.
Work can be like that. You end up always constantly overstressed, and the stress itself decreases your productivity, which then makes you more stressed, and then usually your boss doesn't help you that much. In any case, so what do you do? What is your job, Bryce?
I'm a grave digger, Doctor. And people are dying quicker than we can bury them.
Yeah, those of you who are doing this in real time know this is happening during the coronavirus pandemic, and despite this game being made 2 years ago, it's extraordinarily present. Okay, why are you depressed? Tell me, boy, tell me your problems.
You'd think being a gravedigger had its perks, but it can be very stressful. There's a trend going towards burial rather than cremation again. And as well as running out of space, we're running out of competent gravediggers. At least ones that can use a shovel, that is. I'm not feeling anywhere near as depressed as I used to, though. Not since I got the extra hour.
The what? What is the extra hour?
At midnight each day. Time, as you know, it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop.
What?
But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please.
Okay,
An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
Okay, this is extraordinarily creepy. So he's claiming that time stops at midnight for him and he gets an hour to do whatever he wants to. And yeah, given that incel face, I really don't want to know what he gets up to during that hour. Assuming, of course, the hour actually exists. Because remember, this is a patient for coming to me for advice on psychiatric help. And delusions are very common. But again, this is a Lovecraftian universe, so there's no way of knowing whether or not he's actually getting that extra hour. All right, so let's talk about that. Midnight hour. Tell me about the midnight hour.
I'm not sure what you're asking me. Can you be more specific?
Okay. What do you mean about the midnight hour?
In the extra hour, I mainly catch up with work. It's a godsend.
It's practical.
Sometimes I play chess against myself. It relaxes and strengthens the mind all at once.
I've actually done that. It's kind of interesting when you try to play against yourself because you don't actually checkmate as much as you think you do. You actually can beat yourself. It's very weird. Okay. What do you do? The extra hour. Did he already answer that? Yeah, he is. Okay, why is it so hard to find a person who can use a shovel.
Henley Church, where I work, is located on an old Norman motte and bailey. You can't use mechanical diggers or excavators there in case you destroy a relic.
Okay, so this makes sense. I actually was going to think it was anachronism here because there are no grave diggers these days that do not use a backhoe. But this is England, where you have relics everywhere, and if you're being buried in an old graveyard, there could be people whose gravestones got moved, or, you know, somebody's Viking sword. And I'm not kidding. They've been finding some really old Bronze Age stuff around here. Well, around there. In England lately. It's like it's all coming up to the surface. Okay, so what can I do here? Still more on the... Notice the stars, meaning there's still more here. Okay. Okay, what sort of relic? Maybe he got a cursed artifact.
I stumbled across a relic myself. An ancient chess piece. A queen, I believe. The best chess piece. The most freedom of movement. But they took it away immediately and proclaimed the whole east side of Henley Church a protected site of archaeological importance, which means we're not allowed to use it until the archaeologists have finished. I wish I hadn't told anyone.
You might have been better off that way. Okay. Tell me about the church.
Henley Church is relatively small. Well, for the number of bodies they expect us to pack into the ground, it's relatively small. The whole building was once owned by Scientologists, but they handed it back to the community as a tax break, I believe. Or they'd finished doing whatever it was they wanted to do with it.
Okay, so we possibly have Scientologists doing evil art, doing evil rituals in a church. Okay, got a little more interesting. Cool. Tell me about Scientology. And this is not going to be the last time it shows up on my in our games here. Something about Lovecraftian horror and Scientology. They keep coming up against each other. Make your own conclusions.
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God, but not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think?
No. I wish they had their own type of face. No, there are not too many religions. Did I spell religions right? R-E-L-I-G-I. Oh, there we go.
Then we disagree. Have you watched Zeitgeist, Doctor? Some of it is believable, and the part about most religions stemming from the same basic facts. It's more likely that they've all got it wrong than one of them has it right, in my opinion.
All right, Bryce, you and I have the same opinion about that thing. Okay, what else do we have? Okay. Let's start. Do you know anything about Dekker's murder?
Yes, Dr. Dekker was murdered. Quelle surprise. Murder does seem a bit harsh, doesn't it? And another grave to dig.
Yeah, that's true.
I know as much about it as you do. Less, I would imagine.
Uh-huh. Okay. So, still got a bunch of stars here we gotta go through. Okay. Let's see what else we can talk about. Actually, chess. Tell me about chess. You said you like chess.
I like chess. I still play sometimes when I can find an opponent. There's nothing more satisfying than planning scores of moves in advance and then watching things unfold as you saw them. I shouldn't have told anyone about the Queen.
Do we have anything else? Tell me about the Queen. Yeah, we could. The relic covers that. Okay, so why do you like planning in advance?
I do like to be in control, but then I suppose most people do. Nobody wants life to carry them along helplessly. Everyone wants to kick against it and make their own way. Do you like to be in control, Doctor?
Well, that's a bit personal. But yeah, I like to be in control.
If you like being in control, you'll have a tough time here.
Ooh,
I saw it
challenge.
with Dr. Dekker. Such control, such stability. But he unraveled at the end.
At the end.
Sorry, I don't know anything about that.
I was kind of hoping that would show up. Let's see. Okay. How did Dekker unravel? Boom.
He couldn't keep control of everything, of everyone. He just set us up like dominoes, but we all toppled in unexpected ways. You'll find it all out in time, Doctor. Just not today. Can't have your head exploding, can we?
Okay, a little bit of foreshadowing. I think, Bryce, stop taking photos of me. Anyways, fuck that. Do you like taking pictures?
I've taken a lot of pictures. I have great shots of all the tourist sites. It's amazing what exposure you can use when moving cars are literally frozen still.
That is impressive.
Must be the sharp focus.
Interesting. Okay. Tell me about the archaeologists. We went over that.
No.
God damn it, I spelled it wrong. Tell me about the A-E-O. There we go.
Allegedly, Henley Church is located on an old Norman Motte and Bailey castle. I say allegedly because a relic was found and dated around that century, but the archaeologists haven't found any further proof as yet.
Interesting. Not sure what it has to do about anything, but okay, so Bryce still thinks he's got that extra hour. Kind of been avoiding that. Time freezes. Yeah, you think that would be the thing that would hold my interest, but I'm wandering off into archaeology. Yeah, the thing about this is that if you're in Britain, people have been dying on an island for thousands of years. They must be running out of space to bury people.
In the hour, people are pliable. They don't move. But I can move them.
Oh, God.
As soon as my hour is up, they start moving again, as if nothing has changed at all.
That the people you move would remember being, oh, God, this is... I don't want to think about it. How do you know people are pliable?
Isn't it obvious? I've tried moving them, of course. People are often frozen in the most inconvenient of positions.
He's really creeping me out. Getting serious incel vibes off this guy. What inconvenient? INCON. Yeah. Spelling is going to be my worst problem here. Positions, positrons. There we go.
I do a lot of work in my extra hour. I move people into graves.
I hope they're dead first. What did Dekker push you to do?
I know you're asking questions to try and get a bearing, but I'd rather not talk about that now. Let's just enjoy the getting to know you phase before the ugliness kicks in.
Oh, would you stop foreshadowing? What ugliness?
Doctor, pace yourself, please. This is my session. I'm paying.
There's those control issues. Let's see, what else can we ask him about? What are we at right now? Got most of these already done here. I don't see anything else. Scientology.
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God. Not anymore. Yeah. There are too many religions to pick.
Okay, so we didn't ask, do you believe in God?
I'm not sure God would have given a man an extra hour a day. Not just a single man. My extra hour is a gift, but sometimes it's a curse.
A curse? Why is the extra hour a curse?
I sound like I'm complaining, don't I? I'll stop now.
Don't feel free, man. It's your hour. Let's see. What else have we got? What is the extra hour?
At midnight each day.
Midnight.
Time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please.
Do as I please.
An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
Okay, normal reality freezes. Normal reality freezes. Wait, what? So we have... Okay, so...
At midnight each...
Whoops, sorry. Okay.
At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please.
Do as I please.
An hour later, normal reality continues.
Do as I please. Ugh. Got to figure out what we're going to do here, because I hate it having leave these ones behind. Why are you depressed?
You'd think being a gravedigger had its...
Oh, gravedigger. Gravedigger. I have done that. Okay, so the gravedigger.
You'd think being a gravedigger had its perks, but it can be very stressful. There's a trend going towards burial rather than cremation again. And as well as running out of space, we're running out of competent gravediggers. At least ones that can use a shovel, that is.
Okay, wait a minute. What about, do you prefer burial or cremation? How do you spell cremation?
I'm pro-cremation.
You would be.
Not just because I don't have to dig a grave. They still need a hole for the interment of ashes.
That's true.
It's more dignified. Like you're becoming one with the universe again. Rotting in a wooden box. Even if you turn completely into atoms, how would you escape? Even bits of the universe get lonely, I'd imagine.
I'd imagine too. Okay, so I'll just skip ahead a bit there. Sorry. Are you lonely? Yeah, well, he is an incel.
We're all alone to some extent, don't you think? I don't have any friends, so I suppose that makes me lonely.
True, gravediggers.
In the midnight hour, though, I have as many friends as I like.
Okay, you're fucking creeping me out.
Do you have a favourite celebrity, Doctor? In the hour, I could take a picture of myself with them, like we're the best of friends.
You keep away from people I like. Okay, you just do that. Oi, oi, oi. It's getting stranger and stranger and stranger. Okay. Do you think you're insane?
I thought it would be too early to make a diagnosis, but it's good you're having a go anyway.
You're playing with me. Oi. This guy's gonna be trouble. Oh, why are we in Marianna's one? Oh, I see. It's in reverse order here. Anyways, what are we looking at for Bryce? Oh, still red. Ooh, if it takes too long, I'm gonna have to skip ahead. Keep skipping ahead. What is the extra hour? What is the midnight hour? Didn't we do that one already?
I don't know.
Oh, don't do... Okay, midnight hour.
It's a bizarre thing to know you have an extra hour every day. I rarely ever sleep until after midnight now, so I can appreciate the extra time. I get a lot of work done in that time. I'm completely caught up. The depression is no longer an issue. 25 hours is a blessing for me.
Didn't you call it a curse just previously?
But apparently, it's not real, and I'm insane for thinking it is. What do you think, Doctor?
Okay, so we've managed to get Bryce up to the amber mark, which means technically we can move on to the next day. We've extracted enough information. But if there's more that I think I can grab out of him that's a new note, I will jump back and go so. But at the moment, the next person I want to deal with is Claire, so we can at least get a fresh face and not have this guy giving me the side eye on my own couch. Anyways, so I'm going to end the episode here. Like I said, I'm usually at the start most episodes past 45 minutes, and I think we just crossed that if I've got the numbers right here. And so if you like this episode, like, share, subscribe. If you really like it, down below are links to the Gumroad payment platform. $1 gives you access to bonus material, and $2 will give you early access to all regular episodes. Stop taking my damn picture, dude. Any case, and of course, they've got the other Secret World Legends episodes running on Wednesdays, and these episodes will be coming out weekly, these little therapy sessions. So if you want to join me and see who killed Dr. Dekker, is Bryce actually stepping outside of time? Does Marianna as one of Cthulhu's kids? We'll tune in to find out next week in The Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker. This is Fantastic World saying farewell from Lovecraft Country.